be channeling fairies and elementals for you tonight. I was really bummed last week. I got a really harsh cold, and as you can probably hear, my voice is a little raspy still. I wasn't able to channel the fairies and the elementals last week because I was just so sick. So thankfully, I was able to reschedule, and I'm really, really excited to be connecting with the fairies and the elemental beings tonight. Because it's a full moon tonight, and it's the last full moon of 2019. And I don't know about you guys, but I have been feeling like super energized today. And I'm just really excited to be channeling them. I can't wait to share their message. But before we dive in, I want to kind of tell you guys where I get all of my questions from. If you're new to my channel or if you haven't watched my videos before, I have multiple places on social media where I collect questions from people. You can ask any question that you would like of the being that I'm going to be channeling for that day. And you can easily go to my Facebook business page. So this is kind of what my banner looks like on Facebook. You can find me at Ashley Cunningham Medium. And I basically, excuse me. Oh, I have events of all of the channelings that I'm going to be doing every month, basically on my business page. And then as the channeling day comes up, the event comes up, I ask on my other social media accounts for questions. So if you tune in here on my business page, you can put in your questions for all of the channelings that I'll be doing for the month right in one spot, and I collect them from my business page. I also collect them from let me pop up my picture from Instagram. So you can find me on Instagram at Ashley Cunningham Medium, and I always ask questions there on Instagram, and I make sure to get your guys's questions from there as well for that event. So definitely check me out there. And I also post sometimes like random pictures of what I'm doing that day, or things that Spirit's really guided me to post on Instagram alone. So if you want some little special content there, you can follow me on Instagram and see what I'm up to at any given time. I also have my Channeling with Love Facebook group. I've just recently changed the banner for Channeling with Love. It used to look like this, but if you go onto Facebook and you just type in Channeling with Love, you can request to join this pretty amazing group, if I do say so myself. It's very high vibe, lots of awesome questions, and I do also do live channelings there as well. I'm moving forward, going to be channeling there at least twice a month live. So if you're interested in catching some live channelings where you can ask your questions right there as I'm channeling, definitely request to join Channeling with Love, and you'll be added in, and then you can ask your questions whenever I go live there. And it's pretty awesome. Lots of people post really funny memes and questions and really cool stuff like poetry and stuff that Spirit is prompting them to step forward and share. So it's a pretty high vibe, really fun community. Definitely check it out. And also, if you want to find me at my website, this is, oh, excuse me. This is where you can actually book a reading with me if you want to have a one-on-one channeling session. All of my services are for a complete hour, and I record all of my readings and I give them to the people who are in those readings for them to keep. So definitely check out my services, check out my website to see what's coming up for me. And that's where I am at channelingwithlove.com. And last but not least, this is basically where I post all my video content, whether it's live from Channeling with Love, or if I'm doing pre-records or special little bonus channelings. I post everything here on my business or my YouTube channel, Ashley Cunningham Medium. and it's just Ashley Cunningham is my YouTube channel name. And that's kind of what my banner looks like. It's like a watercolor picture, but you can find all of my new material there and all of the material I've ever created. It's really interesting. You can watch and binge watch everything, and you can kind of see my own evolution process, but also see a lot of different beings that I like to channel. I not only channel fairies, elemental beings, but I also channel archangels, my guardian angels, ET beings. In some Q&As I've done, I've channeled loved ones for people live on Facebook. I also do lots of other little channelings with maybe some famous people who we have all heard of before, and some people who we haven't heard of before that have just kind of come to me and asked to share their story. So definitely check out my videos there. It's pretty awesome, if I do say so myself, but I am partial because I love doing this, sharing channelings and posting and supporting you guys, and I love taking new recommendations. So if you want to hear from a certain being, definitely send it my way. I have a list of recommendations, and I try and just work through that list every month. And it's nice because it's always different. I don't have a lot of repeat channelings, although I love to sometimes go to certain beings, such as the fairies and the elementals. I highly resonate with fairies and elemental beings because I have had many lifetimes as a fairy being, and that energy is just really strong with me, and I highly resonate with that energy. And with the energy of the elementals, I really resonate with them, and they are starting to introduce themselves more and more to me as more energy anchors onto the planet, and I open up more. So let me get a little drink of water here. Excuse me. Thank you. And so now they are just wanting me to kind of sit back and relax, and I am going to tune into them and share a message for them. And then I have a ton of questions. I hope I'm going to be able to get through all of the questions that I received up right before I started channeling from a lot of people. And so this may be a little longer than usual. We shall see. But yeah, we're going to dive in. So I am going to just kind of relax. And I don't know if any of you are interested in how I connect or how I feel energy, but as soon as I kind of sat back, I got a ton of energy just drop straight in front of me, and I feel it on my shoulders, my arms, my heart chakra, on my face, on my head, on the top of my back. So there's a lot of energy here, and I'm just hearing giggling and just happy fairies. There's a larger fairy stepping forward, and she's right here on my left. She's saying, "Dearest one, thank you so much for allowing us to step forward tonight. We are so excited to share our message and answer the questions of those who have reached out to us. As many may not be aware, we, like other spirit beings, can hear your thoughts, can hear your wishes, can hear your requests. If you wish to reach out to us, please feel free to do so. Simply ask she's showing me a person like standing in a park and just verbally or mentally asking for fairies to connect with them. So out in nature, go out in nature if you haven't connected with fairies yet, and simply ask to connect with us. There are fairies all over Gaia, and she's showing me they live everywhere in all the bushes and the trees. in really high vibrational locations. She's showing me a lot of fairy energy, a lot of concentration. We are working diligently to support Gaia and fellow humans, or humans who are working to help Gaia as well. So fellow beings who are supporting Gaia. And she's just kind of chuckling, and she's just so proud of many of you who have taken action steps to reduce your footprint, to help Gaia in your everyday life. Those of you who have sent energy to Gaia through visualization, or have simply said, I love you to Gaia, or shown love in any capacity to Gaia. We are on the same team. We are all working together, and we are all here for an important reason, and that is to help Mother Earth transmute and anchor more high vibrational love and light energy. Fairies have a special role in stewardship of the natural elements of Gaia. So the plants and animals, they help to grow plants. They help to heal and protect animals. You may picture us as little flower beings, or balls of energy, or little miniature humans. However you so choose to view us is correct. We have taken on many shapes and guises. The energy is all the same. And we are just so excited that we are here and we are able to connect with you. And the larger fairy queen is now kind of standing on my computer, like my keyboard here, and she's like peering into the camera, and there's a whole bunch of other fairies who are looking through the lens straight to you. They see you, they love you, and they wish to bring forth more magic into your life. If you wish to have a more magical, more fairy-like, more grounded, earth-focused life, or just experiences, please invite us in. Say hello. They're showing me like some people have little fairy houses in their gardens, and they love seeing that. They absolutely love it when there's things set up for them to enjoy and to just kind of connect on an energetic level. When you put something like that out, it's really sharing that energy of being you're welcoming fairies into your garden, into your space, into your home. If you want fairies to join in your houseplants, helping your houseplants thrive, as well as helping you thrive. That energy of kind of decorating and creating space for them is a lovely touch. It's not necessary, but they are just wanting me to say that they really appreciate it, and they think it's so quaint and cute, and they love it when there are little fairy houses made for them, or little spaces for them to enjoy your garden. So if you want to bring more fairy energy into your landscape, into your home space, feel free to get creative, they say. Creativity is a way to tap into the essence of magic, of that energy that is of miracles and fantasy and imagination. Really, when we are using our creativity within our, something just like jumped out. I don't know if I'm going to catch that on camera. I'm going to have to go back and look, but it was like a little orb right by my eye. So anyway, they're wanting me to get back to it. If you're using your creativity, you're tapping into that that ability to manifest in a way that uses your energy, your emotions. You're focused on something that's high vibrational, and you're focused in on creating something for the fun of creating it. It's not, there's no judgment, there's no fear, there's no worries. It's just having fun. And that's what fairies are really good for, they're saying, we're good for bringing in fun into your life. And more people need to have more fun. And if you can make more fun into your daily routine, that is going to make the fairies very happy. And they also are going to see that you're going to be more happy because you're creating something that's unique. It's from you. It's from your imagination and your voice, your expression. Even if it's just a little fairy hut, the act of creating a little house out of whatever materials you have, and using your imagination and really putting in the intention into the project is going to kind of help that energy flow through you and help you manifest other things that you want in your life. They're saying this is why often people like to use vision boards as a means of manifestation. It taps into a creativity. It brings to mind a image of that which you wish to create within your life. And the creativity part is really the putting the energy into what you have on your vision board and then allowing it to come into your life. They're saying the magic of that creativity, of abundance, of manifestation, of that law of attraction, that magic is all around you, and it's just energy. And you have the ability to create that which you wish to have in your life. And they're saying, let's get creating. They're like chanting, like, let's make some magic. They're so cute. Excuse me. They just really want you guys to get fired up and excited about any project, anything that comes to mind, anything that's interesting to you, that's going to have fun, let you have fun, and also get your energy, your mind kind of working in a way that allows you to create that which you want in your life. And they're saying, okay, let's do questions. I feel like they're like really peppy, and they're making me like feel like really, really crazy energy. Okay, so the first question was from Anna Switka, and she asks, while the energy is increasing on our Earth, could we expect more fairies, dragons, and other mentals on the Earth and in different parts of the world? Can we expect more of them, basically? And I am getting a big fat yes, Anna. You can definitely expect more energy here, more elemental beings to step forward, more fairies, more dragon energy, more, and they're showing me like all of the fae beings, so the gnomes, the elves, the dwarves, excuse me, whew, the trolls, any of the fairy elemental beings that you can think of, they're coming here. They're coming here because there's more energy. We're rising in vibrational frequency and things are shifting. And they want to be here. They want to be part of that magic. They want to bring back more energy from other dimensions. A lot of these beings, they used to live here on Earth with us in our dimension, and then they kind of evolved out of our dimension and they're living in other dimensions. So they pop in and out of our dimension where we're at currently all the time. But they're coming back more and more because we're rising in frequency. There's more people stepping forward, more people opening on their ascension, awakening journey, and just more is happening. And the energy is just ramping right up. And they're a part of it, and they're working diligently with all of the angels and Christ consciousness and source energy and all of the ET beings and all of our guardian angels and our angel teams. We are all working together, whether you realize it or not. And all of those spirit beings are working together on the same page. They're on the same team. So that includes the fairies and the elementals, the dragons, all of those beings. So definitely there's more coming, just like there's more angels coming, more archangels coming. Christ consciousness is anchoring more of his energy here on earth, and it's just going to continue to increase. It's an exciting time to be here on earth, guys. That's all I got to say. Excuse me. Christina is asking, could you please ask for any guidance and support that will help me in my life? I feel like I'm so different and don't fit in this world sometimes. Thanks, Christina. Christina, I hear you there. Honestly, as a starseed, well, we're all starseeds, but as a being who hasn't always been on Earth, it's easy for us to not feel like we belong here. And the fairies are telling me that you, while you've had many lifetimes here on Earth, your most recent lifetime was not here on Earth. The one kind of, not that it's linear, but the most recent experience that you've had outside of the current experience that you're having now. They're saying that's the easiest way to describe it for now. But basically, you were not here on Earth, so you kind of came back here, and so it's taken some time to readjust for you, and that's okay. And they're saying, just trust and know that you're not alone. A lot of people feel like that and feel different, and that's kind of a classic. They're saying it's very typical for humans to feel that way as you are starting to awaken and you're starting to realize that the social norms, the structures, the society in which you've lived for your lifetime, and as you've started to awaken, you're not really fitting that mold anymore. And this is a good sign that you are growing and developing and moving forward on your life path and in your journey. And they're saying, embrace what makes you feel different. Be proud of who you are, because you are a being of bright light and a lot of love. And you are a being of light and love, but they're saying you share that you're light with others. And people can really feel that loving, gentle energy that you have. So just trust, be proud, and keep doing what you're doing. And they're saying, if you wish to connect with us more, please call on us. We will be right there. And they show me a picture of you, Christina, just kind of sitting there, and they're like playing in your hair. So I don't know if like you have like an itch in your head, your scalp, but they're like playing in your hair. So feel free to comment on that, and that's super cool. And I hope that makes you feel better. Definitely know that you're not alone and you're not different. You fit in a way that I think we all fit in, which is none of us fit in. We just got to own it and go with it, because we're here to all grow and to experience. So sending you lots of love, Christina. Thanks for asking that question. Veronica. So she says, these past 3 days I've been meditating with a meditation from Steve Nobel. And there's a part that he sings in the song. And every time she hears this part, she gets chills in her whole body. And she can't stop listening to this meditation over and over. I was wondering if I have any fairy energy or connection with them in past life. Thank you. Veronica, they're saying that the fairy queen here is saying that you are definitely resonating with that meditation, because they're coming in and during that meditation with you, and they're around you, and they're connecting with you, and the goosebumps that you're feeling is you sensing their energy. It's also the same when you like maybe have angels around you, you can get goosebumps. It's just a sign that there's energy that's not your own there with you, and they're saying that the fairies, are enjoying helping you in your meditation, and they're showing me they're like on your back, and they're like tearing things off of you, like just baggage, things that you need to heal from, energy that's just kind of they're saying congregated on your back. So just kind of stuff that you've collected just by going through your days, we kind of collect energy here and there, and they're helping you to transmute that energy. And that's why you're being really drawn to that meditation. You're just like soaking it up, because they're helping you to clear your energy, and it's making you feel better, and you're just really resonating with that. So they say, listen as much as you wish to that meditation. You can keep listening over and over until you don't feel a need to listen to it anymore. That's totally fine. And they are now addressing your question around past lives. They're saying, yes, you have been one of us before. You still are one of us. And that what they mean is we're all one. Our energy it doesn't completely change. It just morphs into different beings. And they're saying that currently you are a human, but you have been a fairy in many past experiences. And you have a lot of fairy energy around you all the time. And that's kind of why you've been drawn to this meditation as well, as your fairies have kind of just been helping you focus in on that, because you really need that meditation. And they're just saying, we love you, sister. And they're just kind of dancing around you, and they're wanting to help you more in that meditation. So keep listening to it, like they said, until you don't feel like you need to anymore, because it's really helping you. So awesome question. Thank you, Veronica. Sandra, where do fairies and elementals go in the cold winter? What is the best way to connect? Do they migrate like birds? It's rather difficult to stay outside these days. They're saying, thank you, Sandra. We do not experience the elements the way humans do. So hot and cold does not necessarily bother them. They just enjoy the nature in all its forms. So there are fairies in cold places. There are fairies in hot places. There are fairies in the water, in the forest, in the mountains, everywhere. And elementals as well. They're not necessarily affected the way we are physically. So that doesn't bother them one bit. They don't migrate. They're saying we can go wherever we so choose, of course. They can come and visit us wherever we're at. But they do also have specific locations that they resonate with, and they like to hang around and be around. When I was visiting friends, Kristen Davies and Alyssa Reynolds up in Canada, I was able to see some areas near them where they were living that has tons of fairy energy, and it's really, really concentrated. There are places that are so high vibrational that there's kind of like portals of where fairies like to come in to our dimension through. And just a few blocks away from them, they had a really amazing portal right there. And the energy was really amazing and intense. So they like to stay in that area, but they're actually here with me now, as well as with the fairies that I'm channeling. And they're saying, we can go wherever we would like. And we like to visit those who resonate with us, who call on us, who need our support, and who are funny and entertaining. They like to also be entertained. Sometimes they have fun watching us be ourselves. Um, but it's all in good fun, and it's not like bad, judgmental, making fun of us. It's just enjoying the energy and experience that we are having as well. So they like to connect with us in that way too. And they're saying, we're just hanging out now. So I have a group here in front of me, kind of right here by the camera. And then now I have a group that's behind me and on my head. I keep scratching the back of my head. They're right there on the back of my head, kind of hanging out there. So yeah, they don't really need to migrate, or the weather doesn't really affect them the way it would affect an animal or a human. Good question, Sandra. Christina, do I have the ability right now to practice the work I've been studying? Thank you. They're saying, Christina, yes, you do. You can do it. They're just like clapping and celebrating. They're really excited for you to practice what you've been studying, and they want you to get out there and get it going because you're ready, they say. And I can just see them just clapping with you and dancing around you and cheering you on. So I hope that resonates with you. I hope you feel it, and good luck to everything that you're working on. You're ready, they say. You're ready. Pam, am I always going to be single and alone? Thank you. Excuse me. Pam, no. If you wish to have a partner, a romantic partner, or a life partner, all you need to do is ask. All you need to do is trust. All you need to do is know that your partner is on their way to you. And just ask your team. They're saying ask your angel teams your team to step forward and help you in any way that you so choose. So you can ask them more specific questions or for help in specific ways, or you can just ask them to bring you a partner that's going to love you and support you and be there for you in the way in which you so desire and deserve, because you deserve to feel love and have a partner to experience life with. They're saying part of the delay has been a lesson in and of itself. So knowing of love and providing self-love and care. So focusing on supporting yourself, taking care of yourself in any way that you are drawn to. So maybe that's diet or exercise or just affirmations that make you feel really good. However you wish, they just say, make sure you're taking time to really foster and care for yourself. And know that you are deserving of love and care, and that is coming to you. But they're saying that there are some lessons in the waiting, in the meantime. So definitely ask your team for help and support. And thank you so much for the question. And I'm sending you a lot of love and light. Aisha's asking, if you have time, can you please ask for some spiritual advice for me? Thank you. They are saying, get outside as much as you can. It may be cold, so if it's too cold, of course, do only what you can or what you're comfortable with. They're saying, oh, this is interesting. They're saying, Aisha, that you may want to start planning a trip to a high vibrational location on Mother Earth. A trip that makes you feel really excited and makes you have a lot of fun just in the planning of it. And going to a high vibrational location can provide healing and can help you connect to Gaia in a way that maybe in your current location you're not able to. But going somewhere new kind of shifts our perspective a bit and allows us to experience the energy and to connect with Gaia in a way that is fresh and kind of shakes up, the energy of our day-to-day life. They're saying this doesn't have to be a giant trip across the world. This can be maybe a little road trip for on a weekend, going somewhere in your local area where you can go on a hike or connect to nature that you maybe haven't done or haven't seen before. And again, if it's too cold, maybe planning a bigger trip for in a few months that can help stir that energy a bit. You're saying our intentions, our mind is very powerful in helping us shift our energy. And you can always call on them to recommend some high vibrational places to go. They're showing me Hawaii as a really beautiful place. Of course, Hawaii is super high vibrational. And they're showing me also other islands like Tahiti, the Maldives, places in the Caribbean are very high vibrational. Also places in South America like Machu Picchu is high vibrational. The rainforest is high vibrational. If you wish to visit, they would be very excited to see you there and to connect with you there. They're also showing me other places in Europe where there's lots of mountains. So I'm asking them is that if it's Sweden, they're saying Sweden, Switzerland, France, Spain, the Pyrenees mountains. There's lots of beautiful high vibrational places. Or you can even go to Canada, which is very high vibrational. I don't know where you live, Aisha, but you may be able to go to Canada, or lots of places in the US are also high vibrational. So they're showing me you kind of with a big map in front of you, and you're just kind of like closing your eyes and picking a spot. Let your finger, let energy guide you to maybe a cool trip idea location, so you can kind of shake up that energy and check out somewhere new. And they're really excited for you. They want you to seriously consider this as an opportunity to kind of open up more and to get somewhere new and connect with beings that you maybe haven't connected with before that are in that area. And they're just clapping. So I hope that resonates with you. And let me know if you have any trips already planned. Wouldn't that be wild? That'd be awesome if you're already going on a big trip somewhere really high vibrational. Bonnie, are there any fairy or elementals in my spirit team? Do they have a message for me? Thank you. Bonnie, I see that you have quite a few fairies that hang around you quite often, not necessarily as like a spirit guide, but they like your energy, and they just enjoy your presence, and they live in the area in which you're living, and so they really are drawn to your light, and they like to connect with you. And they want you to have more fun and to do something. They're showing me like do something wacky, like have a dance competition in your living room, or just move your body in ways that you wouldn't normally move your body, and let that flow. Like that's going to kind of shake up some of that energy for you. And they would love to have a dance party with you. And they're just like, let's do it. It's so cute. I can see a little fairy with not that they have like boom boxes, but they're like sitting by speakers and stuff, and they're like jamming out with you. So yeah, they just want to like have a good time with you, and they're hanging out with you quite a bit. You may feel them around you, and they're just saying, "We love you, and we want you to have fun," and they want to have a dance party with you. So there's that. I hope that resonates, Bonnie. That'd be super super fun to just like jam out for an afternoon, have a good old dance off, and just have fun with the fairies. That would be so cool. um, Joanne is asking, I would love to know who my spirit guide is. Okay. Excuse me. Joanne, I'm sensing your team. So you have your guardian angels and your angel team. So that's kind of one element of your spirit guide, spirit team. And I'm getting, as part of your spirit guides, I'm seeing a Pleiadian being, very high vibrational being, female, and she's had life experiences with you in the past, in other experiences that you've had, and she is more like a sister sibling relationship with you, and she's here just to make sure that you're doing okay, you're on your path. She's helping to guide you. And she's just really happy that you are opening quite, she's saying, quite nicely. And she's just sharing so much love energy with you, and I hope you feel that. It's just, my heart chakra is just like bursting right now, and so she's sending you a lot of love and light, and if you want to ask her questions, please do so. I'm also sensing another being here, and this feels more masculine, and it seems like he's a past loved one, older than you by far, much older. He's showing me as he's an old gentleman, and I'm asking if he's saying grandfather, and he has just had the pleasure of knowing you in this life experience, but he's also happy to be a guide for you and someone that you can turn to. And he's saying that you feel him often, or you feel his energy often. You may not know exactly what it is, but he's around you a lot. And he's just, again, sending you so much love and support. And he wants you to know that he's fine. And he's just having a good old time working with you. And if you have questions for him, reach out to him, write him a letter, ask him questions. You can just talk to him in your mind if you want. And he's right there, and he's stoked to work with you. Both of them are really happy to be stepping forward. So definitely tune into them. And I'm not really sensing a ton of fairy energy in your immediate proximity. Like, they're not like super hanging out with you all the time. But I feel like there's, excuse me, there is some energy, fairy energy in like maybe a backyard or back lot somewhere near your home. There is a space that's very high vibrational and lots of energy, fairy energy there. So they're around you, but they're not like super close to you. If you want to connect with them, feel free to talk to them, call them in, say hi. They're right there, so they would love to connect with you. So I hope that resonates, Joanne. Lisa, who sent the lovely blue jay to visit me? It made me so happy. Lisa, I'm sensing a mother figure. So this may be your mother or a grandmother. She's not really distinguishing either way, but she's just a beautiful woman, just smiling, and she's got really bright blue eyes, and she's just super happy, and that you notice the blue jay, and the message is that she hears you, and she loves you, and she wants you to think of her whenever you're seeing a blue jay, and know that she's around. This is just something that she knew would kind of catch your eye, and that you would connect with, and know that it's like a spiritual message. And yeah, she's just saying hi to you, and she loves you very much. So yeah, I hope that resonates. Sita is asking, I was told that one of my spirit guides is a mermaid. If this is true, can you tell me more about this guide, especially name and maybe a description so that I can visualize? Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I'm really feeling a yes on this. I'm feeling a different energies coming in right on my heart chakra. And for whatever reason, like my arms feel really heavy, like they're coming in really strong through my arms. Like I just feel like, woof, like, ooh, lots of pressure here. In a positive way. It's not a negative, like heavy pressure. It's just like a, hey, I'm here kind of pressure. And it's a female. And she's saying that the energy of the ocean landscape, the environment, is something that you really need in your life. I don't know if you live by the ocean or used to live by the ocean, or want to live by the ocean, but she's coming straight through with a message. You need to live by the ocean or get by the ocean as much as possible. It's just something that makes you happy, and you may not want to like swim in the water, but being around the water, being just in that landscape is really good for your healing and your soul, and just kind of like your well-being. And I'm asking her, what is her name? And she's saying, it sounds like she's saying Laura. Laura's her name. And it was not that short, but she's kind of shifted it to shorter. She's saying Laura. Laura's good. Okay, so Laura, you can call her Laura. And she's saying Lora, not Laura. Laura, and a description of her. I'm not really seeing her tail, honestly. I'm kind of seeing like her upper half, upper body, and she's got just like really fair skin, and she's got kind of like reddish brown hair, but it's just kind of pulled back, and she's kind of showing me there's like little braids and beads and shells and stuff kind of woven into her hair, and it's just kind of pulled back, so it's just like kind of in the back. And her skin it's kind of shimmery a little bit, like fish scales kind of are shimmery, but it's not as like on salmon, like it's super white and shiny and shimmery. It's not as flashy, I guess, but she's got a little shimmer to her. And she's just showing me mainly pictures of not really herself, but the coast, the ocean, lots of rocks with like big waves coming and hitting the rocks, and the seaweed swishing around, and just kind of like the rhythm of the ocean and the tide, and kind of the sounds, you know, the rhythm of being by the ocean. There's the birds and just kind of the pounding sound. And she's showing me a lot of actually sensory kind of experiences. And she's saying that this is her environment. This is where she lives, and the energy that fulfills and is a part of her life. And she's really one of your guides right now. She's saying she may not always be your guide. Sometimes they change, but she's a guide for you right now because you need to have those kind of sensory experiences to kind of rejuvenate your energy and to connect with Gaia in that way. And she's saying, thank you for listening. And she's now kind of stepping back quite a bit. I kind of feel more lighter. She came in pretty strong there. So I hope that resonates with you, Sita. And yeah, I hope you can get to the coast or the ocean. I'm from Oregon, so we don't really have like beaches where you would like go swim and enjoy the sun and like lay out and stuff. It's more like we're gonna go to the coast, go to the beach and walk around in our slickers and our boots and collect rocks. That's kind of what I do when I go to the coast, and just enjoy the ambiance of the ocean. So yeah, I hope that resonates, Sita. Helen, she asks, I want to know if my life is going to get any better because I'm losing hope and my faith. Helen, okay, the fairies are getting quite focused here. They're saying, yes, your life can and will improve. They want you to quiet your mind. They want you to go within, ask your questions, ask for help from your angel team or from the fairies. They're willing to help. They're like right there with you. And they're saying, going quiet, being still in your mind. So going within, asking those questions, staying quiet within your mind, creating that space, pushing your thoughts, pushing your emotions, pushing everything that is a distraction for you in this moment, pushing that away and just sitting in a stillness that will be an immense relief for you, because it will allow you to not only feel your team around you and know that you will know that you are not alone, that you are so loved and supported, and you're surrounded with love right now, and that you're not going to lose anything, and your life can really, if you get still and focused, you can create whatever it is you wish to have in your life. If you wish to have a more positive life, have a more hopeful, happier life, it's going to take some healing and some work on your part. You will be required to take action steps, but your team and your angels are right there with you, and they're showing me, they're like holding, like this, they're like holding your hand, and they're right there. And the fairies are right there as well. And they want you to have joy. They want you to experience joy and love and happiness, because that's what we're really here ultimately to experience. And so focusing in our thoughts, handing off any low vibrational thoughts, anything that doesn't make you feel good, handing them off to your team. Basically, if you get a thought that's like, oh, I don't like my life right now, or this is really making me fearful, or I'm scared, hand those thoughts over to your angels and say, you know what? This is a thought of fear. I recognize that now. please, angels, take that thought for me. Take that energy. It's not just that they're going to take the thought, they're taking the energy around maybe a situation that you're experiencing, or whatever it is that you're going through. They're going to take that energy and they're going to try and transmute it as much as possible. And every time those thoughts come up, you hand it off to your team and they transmute it. And after a while, you don't even remember the thoughts that you were having. I just last week had an experience where all of these like little embarrassing things that showed up in my life, or like stupid things I said, or really like moments of critical embarrassment for me, where I felt like afraid or judged or feared or just really guilty or embarrassed. Those moments kept coming up and I was just like, whew, what is going on? I asked my team to take that energy for me and transmute it. And the next day I tried to think about, oh, what were those thoughts? What was that? What was coming up for me? I couldn't even remember what was coming up for me. And so I'm like, oh, phew, like those are really healed. They're gotten rid of because I can't even remember them now. So it's going to take some time and some action. You're going to have to take some action for yourself, but they are right there with you. They love you so much. And they're asking me to send you some healing light from my team. And I'm going to ask, that angels come forward for you. Archangel Raphael specifically comes forward for you and helps you in your healing and surrounds you with white loving energy. And I'm just sending all of that to you right now, Helen. I really hope that this has been helpful for you. Definitely try and focus on the positive. Try and focus on any little positive thing and just focus in on it, and then continue to hand off those low vibrational thoughts, and you're going to see more and more positive instead of negative in your life. And I'm just sending you a lot of love, okay? I hope that resonates for you. Thank you for asking that question too. That also takes a lot of courage to say, that you're having a hard time. And so I thank you so much for being willing to do that, and sending you a lot of love. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I'm taking another sip here. Okay, Jazz Vasquez 27 on Instagram is asking, what fairy or elemental beings are with me? Any guidance can they give me during the stagnant and emotional time I'm going through? Jazz, there are some fairy beings with you, and they're just so cute. They're showing me a picture or a little kind of gif of them dancing around you and singing the Taylor Swift song Shake It Off. And they want you to listen to that song and just dance it out. They want you to dance. They want you to physically shake it off, and they want you to just really have fun in that moment where you're dancing, just jamming out. Whether you like Taylor Swift or not, just listen to the song, just let it loose. Go in your bedroom, dance by yourself, or if you have little ones, dance with them. They're going to have fun with it. But they're just showing me and putting that song Shake It Off in my head, and they really want you to just shake it off. You have the choice to stay stagnant. You can stay where you're at, or you can choose to move forward and take action steps. And whether that be just jam out and have a dance party on your own, or ask them to come in and help kind of alleviate and kind of transmute some of that energy. Whew, excuse me. And they're getting me all excited here. They just want you to know that they want you to have so much fun, and that they love you, and that they're around you, and there's just fairies that are around you. And if you want to, you can ask them for help in transmuting some of that energy, but they also want you to dance it out. So definitely think about that. I hope you do it. Let us know how that goes for you. I'd love to hear that you did that, because they are really, really wanting you to have a dance party. um, whew, excuse me, guys. Sorry. Mrs. Wilson 72 from Instagram asks, do you have any suggestions? Oh, before I dig into her question, Mrs. Wilson 72, Serrano Deb, Anya 88 Arts, and Kaylee Hall all kind of ask the same question. So I'm going to kind of summarize all of her questions into one. And because the fairies have some specific guidance for all four of you on the means of how do you connect to fairies. And they kind of touched on this before, and they're kind of pointing to earlier when they were first saying, how can you connect with them? So their suggestion is, if you want to speak with us, all you simply need to do is ask or say, hello, fairies, and they will hear you. They will know that you're interested in connecting with them. You can ask them, can I speak with any fairies that are near me or that are in my surrounding area? Oh, sorry. They're saying it doesn't even have to be in your surrounding area. You can just say, can I speak with the fairies? And they're going to be right there. They're wanting and they're waiting for you guys to ask this question or to reach out in whatever way that you want to reach out. You can write them a letter. You can create a little fairy home for them and say that they're welcome to your home or to your garden. You can simply state, I welcome any fairies who are here for my highest good to stop by and say hello. You can always, they're saying they'll come at any time. So actually, a caveat for you guys, if you say something like that, definitely make sure you say, when I am available or ready to speak with spirit, because fairies have a good tendency of waking people up in the middle of the night. They don't care what time it is. They want to play. They want to connect with you. And often when we're sleeping, we are more open and we can connect easier with beings. And so they're going to jump right in, whether you're sleeping or awake, they don't care. So definitely make sure you're setting those boundaries. If you're just kind of saying, come on in. Or you can ask to speak with them or ask a specific question. They're saying we take all manner of questions. We can help in any way that you would allow us to help. They're calling out free will choice. So you guys have the choice to connect with fairies or elementals or not. Some of you may not resonate with these beings, and that's okay. You don't have to connect with them. Some of you may not feel like it's super easy to connect with them. It may just be a matter of, just trying it out, practicing. And they're saying that there's some who may not be at a frequency which they are freely feeling a fairy frequency. And if that's the case, then it's just a matter of continuing to practice and focus on high vibrational material and raising your vibration in any way that you so choose. And they can lower their vibrational energy to connect with you if they have messages for you and need to connect with you. So even if you're not easily feeling them, be sure to call them in and ask for guidance no matter what. And they will be there. They will make it happen because they're part of spirit and spirit has our back. And so that's what else? What else do you guys want to say on that? You can easily find us out in nature. So out in your garden, out in your backyard, out in the park, by the ocean, in the mountains. This is where we live. if you want to be steeped in our energy, go out into nature and you will find us. If you do not want to go outside, if you're more comfortable inside, and Kaylee, I think you were asking that, can you connect with them and ground from the comfort of your home instead of being outside all the time? They say, yes, we can come into your home easily enough. There's no barriers. There's no nothing that will prevent them from coming to your home and being in your energy. All you need to do is ask. That's it. Simple enough, easy peasy. They're saying once you ask and you continue to practice asking and listening and being open to seeing signs and feeling energy on your face or on your body or within your energetic body, once you are continually doing this and you practice, the easier you're going to see that communication and the more you're going to sense them around you, because they will increase their energy, their frequency, and they can come in a lot stronger if they want. So they're saying partly all you need to do is ask, but practicing is something that you guys can do as well to increase the communication. And just know that they're there. Trusting that they're there when you ask them to be there is kind of a leap of faith for some people who maybe you haven't had crazy experiences with spirit that just kind of, it makes it undeniable for you that they're there. And you kind of have to fake it till you make it, until you trust, till you know in your gut, in your instincts, in your heart chakra, in your body, that they're there with you. It's just sometimes it's just a matter of practice and continuing to just trust and know that they're there. And then keeping your eyes peeled, making sure your ears are open, making sure your senses, your clear senses are wide open as much as possible. I mean, we're all at different different levels as far as what's open and what's not. On our journey, we become more and more open. But when we first start out, we might not be able to hear or sense or see or know everything that's going on around us. And that's okay. Just what do you sense? What do you know? What do you feel? What do you notice? Just making sure you're focusing on what you're noticing. And over time, it increases because there's more communication. It's more like they're saying it's like a muscle. And so just knowing that they're there and that they're communicating with us all the time. So ask, practice, trust, and know that they're there. And look for the signs, look for the energy. You may not see energy, but you may sense energy. Things may pop out at you, and they're showing me little like kids' toys like are randomly placed in locations that really like shouldn't be there, and they're like really called out and like really highlighted, and they're like little kid fairies, or pictures of fairies, or pictures of like elemental nature beings are gonna start popping up everywhere for you guys if you really want the signs from them, if you want to connect with them. They're all over the place, and they'll make their presence known, and it may be in signs, pictures, symbols. Angels mainly do numbers. Fairies don't really. I haven't really heard much if fairies share numbers. Let's ask. They say sometimes numbers are helpful for those who really focus in on numbers, but they're more apt to share like flowers or leaves or more natural signs than say a number or change or certain things that really pop out to us. That's more like our angel teams guiding us. But yeah, they're saying there's lots of ways to communicate with them, but they hear everything that you're thinking and asking in your mind, or if you're verbally saying it. So feel free to just chat away and ask them for help. And they don't have any specific preferred means of communication. They're going to try and communicate with us however we can, because like they said before, they want to help us. They want to share and anchor in more love and light for Gaia. And we're all on the same team. And they want us to feel the magic. They want us to feel that energy and connect, because that's going to keep us focused in on the high vibrational and keep us helping to anchor more love and light energy onto the planet. So thank you guys so much. That's for Mrs. Wilson 72, Serrano Deb, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Anya 88 Arts, and Kaylee Hall. So I have a few more questions left, and then we're going to wrap this up. So I am Rebecca Wheel. She asks, do we have certain fairies that stay with us throughout our lifetime, or do they flutter in and out of our lives when they feel we need help? The Fairy Queen is saying both. Some individuals have specific fairies that, excuse me, fairies that really connect with them, with that being, with that person, and are more of a guide-like role, and just are around in their life throughout their entire life. It may not be, they may not be with you 24/7 like a guardian angel, but they're going to be with you a lot in your life. So there's those types of relationships between fairies and humans. So they are in a guide role. But there's also fairies who sense us, sense our light, sense maybe a need that we have, and they're going to come in and they're going to want to help us have more fun, connect to nature more, and really bring in a lot of energy for us as we need it and as we allow it, because we have a free will choice to allow those around us who are here to support us. So if we choose to let high vibrational beings help us for our highest good, they'll come in and out as much as they feel that they need to. But, and excuse me, another big caveat with just letting them come in and out whenever is just be aware that you may feel their energy when you're sleeping. And so definitely setting boundaries with all spirit, not just fairies or elemental beings, but all spirit. When you need to rest, you're resting. If you need to be contacted at that time for your highest good or for certain things, then maybe have your team, check them in first, kind of filter them in so it's a little bit easier for you to connect. But also you're not waking up all the time in the middle of the night with energy just coming in and out of your bedroom or wherever you're at, because honestly, you don't want your space to just be like a railroad station, where like there's a trains, railroad stations, so old fashioned, like a train station or a subway station where there's people coming in and out. That can be really draining. So setting boundaries is important with all spirit, not just fairies. But I highly recommend it, especially with fairies, because they like to have fun, and their energy, as you guys have noticed, like I'm high upbeat energy in this channeling, and it's just, they are just so happy and high vibrational that I can't help but feel like totally giddy and silly and really upbeat and like really full of energy. So definitely keep that in mind. So it's a little bit of both, they're saying. And they're saying you can choose. If you wish to have fairy guides that stay with you, you can ask. They are open to being guide roles or filling a guide role for people who are interested. They want to work with us. They want to be a part of our experience and our journey because they want us to succeed. They want all of us to succeed in anchoring love and light and having a joy-filled experience here on Earth. So yeah, great question. Thank you so much. JCC14250 asks, or is saying, I've seen green sparkles upon awakening, which I've been told were elemental beings. Do they have a message for me? Yes. The sparkles, the energy that you've seen is really them saying hi and letting you know that they're there. And they just are, oh, it's so interesting. This energy, it's a kind of like a tree being, and it's bending very gently and bending to you just in a recognition, like a bow of honor to say hi to you and connect with you in your energy. And they are this tree being, excuse me, this tree being is just wanting to work with you if you're interested. There are many, many, many elemental beings out there that we have even no idea of how many or what types. There's all different kinds. But this being is just a very gentle tree being, and they wanted to show you their energy. They wanted to say hi, and they just are really happy that you're open to seeing them, and they wish to work with you, and they want to connect with you, and they're just saying that they appreciate you and love your energy, and they would love to work with you more. So definitely feel free to respond to that being and say hi. And if you want to work with them, ask them questions. Just start asking questions and asking for guidance, because that's what they really want to provide for you. So I hope that resonates. Tina, Love and Light, this is the final question. She asks, if they can answer this for me, do they know about, and if so, like the fairy statues I have? I'm just hearing like laughter, Tina. They love the fairy statues. They love that you have a visual that you resonate with and you connect with. And I can see them kind of hanging around your statues. They think that's all in good fun. They love them. And if you want to connect with them, feel free to. They're happy and they're ready and willing to connect with you. And they love the statues. So big thumbs up on that. And that kind of goes back to that comment that they had earlier around kind of setting that intention, making them have a welcome space, just kind of lets them know that you're open to communicating with them. So it's all kind of feeding into that energy, Tina. So they're really happy with them, and they're just saying hi and that they love you and they want to connect with you. So that was the last question. Thank you guys so much. This was actually really, really fun. I love connecting with fairies. As you guys can tell, they're really high vibrational, and I just feel like I'm on cloud 9 right now because they're so fun. And so I may go have my own little dance party because I feel like I need to move my body because I have so much energy from the full moon and connecting with them. I'm kind of getting double whammied here. So thank you guys so much for your questions again. And if you guys have any recommendations, feel free to post them in the comments. Thank you all. Love and light to you. And I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the world. Love and light. Bye.